Hello, happy More Herbs, Less Salt Day. Today, I'll be presenting some facts about this important day and some of the health benefits that may be obtained by incorporating some of these herbs and spices into your diet instead of salt. Mook made some fantastic slides regarding a lot of this information and much more. I recommend that you please click each poster in order to learn more beneficial information about this very interesting, important, and fun topic. If you're watching this as a recording, please see the links in the video description below. First off, what is More Herbs, Less Salt Day? It's a day that encourages us to look at what we're consuming and guides us to identify an easy and tasty way to add some nutrition into our meals. Even if you don't cook, you may find that changing up your meals, even just a little bit, can benefit your health. So let's talk about salt. Table salt is actually an ionic chemical compound made of both sodium and chloride elements. While salt is made up of both of those things, it is sodium itself that is vitally important for our bodies. Sodium works to keep our body fluids in balance and helps with nerve transmission, muscular contractions, and various other important functions that are necessary in order for our bodies to function properly. Well, while it's necessary to have sodium in our diets, most diets today include way more sodium than recommended. Sodium can be found in everything from breads and cereals, to dairy products such as cheese and sour cream, to even frozen chicken that has been packaged with a sodium solution. Sodium is even prevalent in pizza and hamburgers. One of the ways to cut down on the amount of sodium you consume is to cook meals at home from scratch. An easy way to cook meals, if cooking is new to you, is with a crock pot. While a lot of meals call for salt, you can exchange that salt for herbs in order to add extra flavor. If you typically eat out instead, another way to cut down on salt would be to ask the restaurant not to salt the food you order. Even adding herbs to prepackaged freezer meals can increase your intake of antioxidants, vitamins, and nutrients. It may be More Herbs, Less Salt Day, but spices are also important and can provide an additional nutritional boost to your meals. Herbs and spices both come from plants. While herbs are the leaves, flowers, and stems of the plant, spices are any other part of the plant, such as the bark, seed, fruit, and root of the plant. Some examples of herbs are parsley, basil, dill, dandelion, thyme, oregano, sage, and mint. Examples of spices include cinnamon, pepper, turmeric, and sesame. While there has been lots of recent scientific research on the medicinal benefits of herbs and spices, the medicinal properties of plants have been observed and well documented for centuries. Please check out the links Mook put together in the slides for Healthinfo Island to find links to fascinating studies on how including some herbs and spices were found to positively affect type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular health, and more. Please take note that while herbs and spices have fantastic health benefits and are generally regarded as safe, they may also have effects that could prove problematic to certain health conditions. An example would be lemon balm. It looks like mint and has a delightfully light lemon flavor. It's considered a thyroid inhibitor, and people suffering from hypothyroidism should only include it into their diets under the guidance of a healthcare practitioner. Don't let that put you off of including herbs into your diet. A majority of everyday culinary herbs have no interactions with medications or health conditions, and have many more benefits than just food flavor enhancers. An example would be turmeric. Turmeric is currently one of the most popular spices for health, and for good reason. Turmeric's main active ingredient is curcumin. Curcumin's antibacterial activity was first noted in 1949. Since then, after continued studies, it has been shown to possess not only antibacterial activity, but also anti-inflammatory, hypoglycemic, antioxidant, wound healing, and antimicrobial activities. Scientific studies that focus on the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties of curcumin show promising results for the treatment of problems such as arthritis, including osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, heart attack, stroke, and skin disorders, as well as for the prevention of Alzheimer's disease and even cancer. Mook has some links to some wonderful information on curcumin in the slides, so that you can learn more about this amazing spice. Including herbs and spices into your diet is easier to do than you might think. Herbs in containers can grow on a windowsill or even in a miniature greenhouse you can stick on a shelf. With a little practice, growing herbs can be a fun and healthfully rewarding prospect. Mook has also included some great resources to growing your own herbs at home that include not only growing herbs, but also harvesting them and storing them. Mook also included some fantastic recipes and an herbal substitution recipe. Please check them out. Please also check out these slides for more tips and tricks with herbs and spices, as well as infographics, posters, and charts. As you can tell, herbs and spices are flavorful and beneficial additions to any and every meal. I'd like to finish out my presentation by sharing one of my busy family's favorite go-to recipes. We call it tuna salad wraps. The recipe makes enough to cover 6 romaine lettuce leaves. We typically eat 2 lettuce wraps each. You'll need 6 large romaine lettuce leaves, 6 slices of provolone cheese, 3 cans of tuna, 2 tablespoons of mustard, 2 tablespoons of parsley, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of onion powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. It's fun and easy to assemble this meal. First, wash the romaine leaves and lay them on plates. Fold each piece of cheese in half. Each leaf receives 2 half pieces. Now mix together the tuna, mustard, parsley, garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, and turmeric. Spread the mixture on top of the cheese. Roll over the edges of the lettuce and enjoy.